Too low. There it is. Welcome to the show.
We're doing it.
We're doing it.
The show.
We're doing the show. 5, 4,
The mirror is
3,
is a camera in my
2,
mind.
1. There's actually a couple policemen on the other side of that, and a detective and interrogator
Oh,
team.
shit.
They're about to come in here and interrogate us.
Interrogator team. An alligator team?
Alligator interrogator. That should be a cartoon.
And then what about an interior gator? He's just an alligator and he comes in.
Gator.
So over here we're going to put the new couch.
We'll put a couch at that wall. We have
Yeah.
L-shaped couches in every room.
Every room.
We're going to put an ottoman.
The house isn't that big.
We're going to have a kitchen ottoman. What do they call
We're
that
gonna
thing?
have
Island?
One L shape.
We're going to have a kitchen island and a kitchen ottoman.
An ottoman and an island.
Ottoman islands. So every interior is like, all right, we're going to have an accent wall and an island and an ottoman. Put that in every room, man. You're a top-notch interior decorator.
Yeah, it's all about the accent wall. I don't have an accent wall.
I guess I do, but I mean,
you're a bitch. Repaint.
we do. We should do that. We should paint everything white.
And by
then
we, not me.
Yeah, by we should get an alligator.
You and the
interrogator.
painting team.
We should get an interrogator, alligator, interior, excavation mechanic. Get him in here. He'll do his work. That was the fart mic.
It's not plugged in.
Dude, you ready for... You watching all the preseason football games, dude?
No. I watched
Nice.
one. No.
You watched 2 highlights that were on Twitter?
What did I watch? Then I watched like the Lions or something.
You watched Hard Knocks, so you
That
saw
counts.
Aiden
Yeah.
Hutchinson
Yeah.
sidestep a fool.
Shut it.
He didn't play the second game. People
What the
like,
fuck? Is he hurt?
we need more of them.
You don't want to get him more. You get more of him in the season.
No.
You get a taste. A little taste.
Yeah, get a little tasty.
People get way too amped for preseason games. If I see a crowd and they're going, yeah, I'm like,
Dude,
do you know where you are right now?
at Bills,
You're cheering on people that are going to get cut.
so you know how like the Colts and Lions had their, what the fuck is it called?
Joint practice.
Joint smoking
Connected.
the reefers. When they were out there doing the joint practice in Indy, there's like a good amount of crowd, decent amount of crowd. Like that's kind of the same crowd they would have for normal practices that are open to the public. And then the Bills, whoever they had a joint practice with, I mean, I think they were playing in their fucking stadium, and they had just so many people. I saw a clip of like Josh Allen completing a couple passes.
Dude, Bills Mafia.
And they are freaking, they're flipping their shit. We're favorites to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They're just, everything that happened, they were flipping out about.
They're not going to win. What if they get
They
there
won't.
and lose?
Oh my God.
That would actually be really
What,
funny.
dude, it'd be better if they did that 4 times in a row
Yeah.
in the 2000s.
Yeah. I think every Bills fan would just commit suicide.
And they should. They should start a huge Buffalo suicide pact.
Buffalo suicide pact.
So with the preseason games, to broadcast it easier, they just take the normal they take the normal Homer commentating crew and they broadcast that on NFL Network or wherever, and it gets to everybody. So like, there are people watching catching the Lions game, and they're hearing Devin Gardner and some other Detroit Homer guy talk about the Lions. And,
Bill Lambier.
and yeah, and they're like it's all Homerized. Like, you could tell the Homerism. Like, I was just watching Jaguars, Raiders, I think, or some shit. No, Raiders were Steelers? Yeah. So Raiders and Dolphins is what I was watching before. But Jaguars, Steelers, and to start the game, they get a sack, and they go, whoa, baby, they got him! They were just so amped. I'm like, oh my God, like this is their team.
They're just like the fucking dickheads.
And it goes on whichever, you can tell immediately which broadcast team is.
It's on every channel.
And they're like, oh. And then the Jaguars surrender like a huge rush, a huge run, or a huge catch downfield. And they're like, yeah, I mean, clearly the refs missed the pass interference. like the Lions even did that too. The Lions people, they were like, clearly, look at that push off. He pushed off before he caught it. That's just clear as day. See, it's the preseason for the refs too. And then they say that.
It's the preseason for the refs too.
Yeah, that's a silly thing that everyone repeats.
Yeah, until it's mid-season and they're like, these fucking refs.
It's still preseason. Yeah, they're still fucking up.
Refs will always fuck up.
I thought it was so silly.
Do you think refs don't tell people that they're like, oh, what do you do for a living? They're like,
yeah, like people who work at the airport, they just go,
yeah.
Or comedians, they're like, wash dishes.
I'm homeless.
Yeah.
I don't have a job.
I stock shelves.
I don't have a job.
You looking at what I'm looking at?
No.
I just zone out. I notice that when I talk to people at work sometimes. I just see them. They look over their shoulder, and I'm like, sorry.
There's a spider, and I'm scared of it.
Sorry, I just fucking look a different direction. Do I need to fall in love with you while I'm having a conversation with you?
Yeah.
Ooh, just go deep into your eyes? I don't think so. Let me look over here. Let me look at the ground. You ever work with somebody, and like I've had this happen, I've shown somebody something. I'm like, hey, you gotta get the dimensions and whatever. You gotta get this paperwork, and then he just starts like close his eyes. Like this one guy I was working with.
Was he annoyed?
No, I think it was just
I can't think that hard.
Well, as soon as it happened, he closed his eyes. I looked around because I was like, what's going on? I was like, am I missing something? And then I think he was just like thinking, like,
okay.
Maybe he does that to register information.
Like, I'm picturing you sucking my penis.
Oh, that'd be something. At work getting sucked.
Some people do it. Some people do it. I've personally never had that happen to me. Also, no one's ever closed their eyes unless they were asleep.
People only close their eyes when they're sleeping. Oh, dude. Went to the
eye doctor,
and they were like, are you thinking about getting sucked too much with your eyes closed?
Are you demented?
When are we all going to get Google Glass and have that just embedded into our eyes?
That'd be sweet. Sometimes I think about
updates.
Sometimes I think about like, can I just get like one screen and then I can be like, I'm just like watching something while I'm doing anything else.
And then there'd be, so what would we call, say if that happened, Google Glass gets neural linked and just integrated into our eyes or one of our eyes. You can pick which one you want. I'm a lefty, I'm a right, and then what would we call the people like Tim who can't handle it so they don't do it? They like the normies, the reggies.
Idiots.
No, there's another idiot and he's
pussies.
Like, sorry, I can't.
You don't have to have it on at all times, but like it could just be like,
yeah.
Let's be somewhere. I'm like, let me.
Yeah, he'd have to be at home in a dark room, laying down with a blanket over his head.
Let me watch this game, dude. Watch this video. It's connected to your phone. You're like,
I'm already like closely doing that because I'm at work and I have one earbud in, listening to all this like NFL news, like up to date guys getting injured in practice.
Earbud in, and you're listening to. Like,
and then the different earbud just like porn, and I got the other hand in my Yerk station
in your pocket with a hole.
Other hand in my pocket.
Where there's no pocket. And you don't have underwear on?
Yeah. And I got a thumb in my ass. And I'm at work, and I got one earbud in, and I'm listening to all this news and shit. You all right? And then you cut in your throat. And the guy at my work is like, oh, we're getting the TPS reports all organized. Send the report over. And then we send the report over, and then I go, dude, did you hear about? Literally, I just heard the quote. Oh, did you hear about that one quote from Hard Knocks? That was kind of cool. And then I just like say it to someone, and they're like, what the fuck?
What?
And I'm
I'm doing a report.
Well, I got Google Glass on, and I'm watching Hard Knocks in my
Yeah.
left eye while I'm fucking doing reports.
I'm driving a forklift.
Sorry, I can do this.
Crashing a forklift.
You should see me at home. I got 2 TVs on. I got a game. I got fights. I got my phones up with a TikTok someone just sent me.
You guys ever do forklift fights?
Like battle bots?
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Who would win?
Whoever has the big 4. That's the biggest ILO we got.
The one that blew up.
No, that was a different one.
Oh.
But just that was horrible. And then people were like, "Oh, you didn't that one overheats." And I go, "Yeah, you guys all watched me drive on this for hours."
Yeah.
And no one went, "Hey, did you know that overheats?" Or did you guys all think it in your head? I'm just gonna blow it up.
Did you say that to them?
Yeah.
And they were
I've said it several times to everybody. I go, no one fucking talked to me.
And what do they say?
I come back from no one. Oh, I mean, it had issues like before, and I'm like, I was out of here for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I had surgery.
Yeah.
I was bedridden.
You should say, you guys are good at communicating.
Oh, they're completely awful. That's another thing. I'll have several different managers come up to me and go, "Hey, what about that? What about this? What about this?" Like different departments and stuff. And then I go, "Well, if we all just talked, that problem doesn't happen." But everyone assumed the next guy got it, and then the part got shipped, and the part never got like properly whatever the hell needed to be done.
Tagged.
Yeah, basically. And then they're like, and then they have another like big email. Everybody, and I don't know. They try to communicate about something after it's been totally fucked, and then they try to like point blame on somebody.
That's called being reactive.
Yeah, you guys are idiots.
That's my work. Something happens, and they go, "Okay, now that thing already happened, now we're gonna start doing this." And you're like, "But maybe if we just tried to be proactive, then things wouldn't happen." But hey, whatever.
I'm gonna say that now. Now that you've learned me 2 more words.
Yeah, learn reactive and.
Now
proactive.
that you've learned me words, why can't I talk like that?
I'm a turkey.
People go, "Chris doesn't talk correct." And then I go, "If I said you learned me words, you know what I mean."
I mean, they know what you mean, but they also think, "Oh, he belongs in a special school."
Oh, he didn't get the special classes he needed to fix a couple words in his head.
He's like the kid that he played horseshoes with. Now what?
Let's play this game.
We should have him on the pod.
That might be great.
Are we going to play a game after this? We're like, calm down, buddy. Tell us about your life.
That's got to be really exhausting.
Dude, I don't even...
If you had a kid that just, what now? Can I play? I want to play a game.
I would just lock him in a cage.
Are we going to do this? Yeah, I go, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Is that where all the foster kids are just kids that go, "Hey,
Now we know...
they want to play too many games"?
Now we know how your family feels with all their kids running around. They're like, and they're Chris is here to play with them, and they're like, "Thank God."
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, he is a fucking kid." And then I go, "You want me to stop?
Yeah, you could
stop playing with your kid, and then now you're going to be miserable with your kid."
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, bitch.
Come on now.
Who are we talking about? Does his name start with
The alphabet?
Yeah. Yeah.
Does his name start with ABC?
Does his name start with I'm fucking gay?
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of that, I'm gay.
Coming out, guys.
I'm coming out.
Dun, dun, I want the world to know that we're both a hoe.
Yeah.
Coming out. Oh, yeah.
Replay. That'd be awesome if it did fix.
Went back. We had some
No!
malfunctions before the pod started, and would have been funny if it switched back to malfunctions. I would have been screaming.
Technical difficulties.
Corey was getting frightened. He was like, "Chris is getting mad. This isn't a good environment to be in before a pod."
I don't get frightened.
You get scared of spiders?
I get horny.
I don't get scared. I start getting hard.
You get scared
Get
of
hard.
spiders. I've never once. I've seen a spider and I go, be my friend.
Dude, I've killed centipedes with my bare hands. Okay, I'm a man.
Ugh, I've never done that.
It's because you're afraid.
I just wouldn't do it.
It's gross. And then you feel their little legs wiggling on you. And then you go, oh, and then you lick it off your hand because you're like, that's gross.
I wouldn't do that either.
I got to get these legs off my hand and into my tummy. And you feel the little wiggly legs.
You looked over and Diesel was being carried away by like 30,000
SWAT teams. Oh my God. That'd be insane.
He's just being dragged and they're like,
and he's on his back going, meow,
yeah.
meow. And they're just scurrying along with my big fat cat.
They're like, we're gonna eat for months.
What if you had a semi pull in here with a big flatbed? They put the tarp back, and then they knock on my door, and they're like, we got 2 high-lows. We're going to pick them up from both sides. And then we're going to lift them up, and then the truck's going to back up. And then because it's too heavy, we can't move with them with 1 high-low. We got to pick them up. This is what we do at work when we move
You
vehicles.
have to move with 2 high-lows?
Yeah. Have to pick it up from both sides, and then literally a truck will go forward, and then we'll set it down, and then we'll take – it's just too big.
Yeah.
It's a crated vehicles we'll get. And then you got to take high-lows from both sides, and like one person goes fast, and the other person's going backwards, and they're like, "You're good, you're good." And you got to communicate the whole time. Ah, diesel's too big.
Who's the worst at doing that?
They're all younger than me.
Oh,
Yep.
they're just bad.
Yeah. They haven't driven enough. I mean, it's just simple stuff. Like, you're supposed to have your load on high-lows, like, cocked back. Like, there's just simple shit where they'll just have a pallet, and I just see them driving by, and they're leaned forward. I'm like, you tap your brakes, your shit's flying.
Yeah.
Like, you're a moron.
Yeah.
And these are things we've, like, talked to people about, and they're like, oh, and I'm like, look, dude, I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
This isn't me being an asshole to you. This is how
Did
you
say
drive
someone
a high-low.
spilled oil?
Someone flipped, like, 6 transmissions. Just oil everywhere.
Oil.
Which there
How
shouldn't
do they
be
do
oil in them, but Ford does whatever they want, and they do whatever they want. So
Yeah.
they shipped us transmissions
There's
full
oil in them.
full of transmission oil, so it stinks. The whole warehouse for like 2 weeks, and that stuff. It's like not piss, but it's a bad smell. It's not a good smell, and the whole place
did it
is weak
flip?
to that. First off, there are on flimsy high-lows, but you're supposed to widen your forks. Dude just probably went in there not with wide forks. He's also jerking around, like tapping the brake and the gas, and because he's not good. These are people. One guy, this guy specifically, wasn't trained on a high-low. And
What did he just say? I could do that.
the day we had the training, he was like, "Oh, I got my like he had like some audit happen, so he needed to deal with like the auditor people, and so he wasn't around, so he couldn't have the training." And I'm like, "Well, let's see how the management here works with that." Oh, they do nothing. Oh, okay, that's good. Just continue having this guy. I'm just bitching about work.
Nice. We like it. It's relatable. Everyone's
you're
like,
right.
yeah, my job fucking sucks too.
Oh yeah, fucking hate it.
I'm a bitch at my work. She won't fucking suck me. It's just like, what? What are you talking about?
Don't have that. Don't
Yeah.
have that problem. My bitch sucks me.
That's different.
My work bitch sucks me.
And my work slut, she's chained up to a radiator.
Yeah, she
And
throws it back.
She's chained up to a radiator in a dark room, and I open the door, and the little bit of light shines in, and she's just like, and then I'm like, Daddy's here.
Daddy's here. Oh, for his little manager.
So I come in there with a baggie of McDonald's, and I'm like, but you know what you got to do first?
You got to eat a few nugs.
Yeah, my nugs.
You got to eat a few nugs before you get the 10-piece.
Yeah, it's actually a 12-piece.
Is it? Yeah, so I had someone ask me at work, and I was like, my buddy Corey would know, and then they're like, who's Corey?
What?
How
dare they not know who I am? I would have worked there, but they were like, no.
That place sucks.
Yeah.
What's funny is
the funny thing is like they were just like, they like just couldn't. They didn't want to like pay me and what I wanted. I was like, okay. And they're like, we'll just keep hiring these shitty people.
You know what they ended up doing? They ended up paying other people pretty much what you're asking who are bad.
Yeah.
Because they kept getting people turning down the job or not showing up to interviews.
Yeah, because
So they're hiring complete. They're going, we'll take anybody. And that's literally where they're at. They're the worst guy in the warehouse. They now just hired his friend. He's starting tomorrow. I'm like, all right. Hopefully he's not also the worst. Hopefully he can understand simple like inventory. 10 pallets go out. Take the 10 pallets out of the system. make a packing list with like the part number and the quantity. I mean, it's fucking child's play. Warehousing is like child's work.
And
if you can't do it, I mean, you have some head stuff that isn't good. It sounds like you have some head stuff.
Sounds like you also have head stuff. My head stuff's different.
My head stuff's a different level. All right, I slur words and say
my
things
mom's
wrong.
a bitch and drank with me in the womb.
Yeah, my head works still. So, I don't know why or how.
My head was built for warehousing.
Yeah, I can't exceed that.
Is it gonna rain and storm? I'm scared. Let's talk about the weather for 20 minutes.
Yeah, you're right.
Raining.
Yeah.
How is it made?
Well, you take a piss into a bucket. The cloud sees the bucket. The cloud goes, there's liquid, analyzing.
Liquid.
The cloud sucks up the piss. That's what they said in the science books. The cloud sees the liquid.
Is it God filling up the bucket?
Just clouds. They called it precipitation
Where does God
suction.
come into the picture?
God doesn't evolve himself.
I'm pretty sure you're wrong.
Well, I'm not talking
I
about
know religion.
Oh, I was talking about science book.
I was talking about weather. And the weather has everything to do with God peeing.
All right, we disagree.
And then when it thunders, he's bowling. And then when it lightnings,
When he's bowling, that's sick.
and then when it lightnings, he's playing flashlight tag with other angels or whatever. That's science.
That's fun.
Religion and science go hand in hand. That's
science.
why abortion.
You just explained Scientology.
That's why abortions should be illegal.
Yeah, I did just get a text.
That's my stance.
And I'm sticking to it.
That's not my stance.
It is.
Literally, if you just took a baby, if they were like, I don't want this baby, and they killed it, I would go, that's cool.
Yeah, I'd say up to like 4 years old, you could get rid of it.
I mean, kids are so annoying.
It's weird. People always
see a kid just like, yeah, like crying
Yeah.
and stuff, and you're just like, abort it right now.
Literally, we all should turn our heads when they just like throw a kid into a dumpster.
Yeah.
Not just turn our heads, but turn our heads towards it and then clap.
This is God.
There we go. That was perfect.
God's going through. I was afraid it was going to do a loop.
Oh, man. That's why. You know what? This week on Abortions
Yeah?
Monthly
Abortion Monthly.
is a weekly podcast.
We should start another. We're going to start another pod.
I do love
Abortion
like
news.
where it's like women should be able to do whatever they want. And it's like, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know. And then I'm like, I agree. And then they're like, but like, you're still like killing something. And then I'm like, it's true. And then, but,
I mean, yeah.
and like the
something's
people
alive.
that are pro-choice are like, no. Which I'm like,
No. I'm like,
I mean,
you got the batter for the cake. Or whatever.
yeah. Now we're ripping off jokes.
Well, it's not really.
Didn't want to do that. Wanted to do this.
Rim job.
Anyway, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Well,
Next segment
uh,
is
I went to a baseball game. Did I tell you about that? Jordan and I went and saw the Tigers
that's
Friday.
gay. Oh, was that cool? Did they win?
I think they lost 1-0. It was like a really bad game. We didn't really watch much of the game. What was cool, honestly, the crowd also agreed. In and out of innings,
You did stand up.
I did stand up.
The whole crowd thought it was cool.
The crowd was like, "This guy's killing it."
It was like flashing back, and they're like, "Boo!" But in your head, they're like,
It's like they love me. Oh my god! I think I'm great. This one girl's giving me a weird look. She's touching herself. Oh, she just gave me a wink.
She just came.
No,
What did the
so
crowd like?
I just think it's funny the way we are. But
I'm perfect.
the center fielder, because we were close to like the center fielder, he would. So it was either Mike Trout on the Angels.
Nice.
Who's got a thick?
I would have jacked off.
Yeah, I should have streaked on the field and tried to start rubbing his ass. He would have been
Yeah.
like, nice. He had thick thighs, and they would play catch for a bit, like the outfielders, and then they'd look over to our crowd, our section, and everyone's like, "Oh, give me the ball, give me the ball!" And then he threw one. And so when we first got there, like it was already like the few innings we played, like second inning or whatever. We got there and we were like doing laps around the place because Jordan was trying to find some like work friends. Store. Yeah, some work friends were like drinking at a thing, and I didn't know where it was. Turns out it was on like the second level. But,
I need to show them my husband.
Yeah, basically. She's
I feel like that's like girls are like, you need to meet him.
Well, she wasn't doing that. She was just trying to be social with people. So she's like, where are they?
She wasn't doing that on the outside.
So we were doing a lap, and then we go to our seats or whatever. I was just saying all this because game has already been played, like a few innings, and a lady's like, "Dad," she's talking. Any workplace would be like this, I think. It just shows who's like crazier. Mm-hmm. Like Jordan doesn't even know like each and every person because they work in like different parts of the building and stuff. Mm-hmm. But like some of these people are like, like one lady was just like talking so much. She's like, "I like guys with big butts. Ray's has a good butt," and she's just screaming about his ass. I'm like, okay. And then her husband's right there going, "Oh yeah, she likes butts." And then one little lady was like, "He got the ball. He caught the ball from Mike Trout." Blah, blah, blah. And I was thinking like, because there was one score on the board, I was like,
does Jordan work at a mental?
Yeah. I thought, oh, dude, he caught a Mike Trout homer? That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Literally what I thought. And then after an inning change, then Mike Trout comes out, and then they play catch, and then he looks at the crowd and like throws the ball. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
He just caught like a tossed ball. I don't give a fuck about that. But they kept doing that. Like even the Rays or whoever the hell the guy was on the Tigers who was throwing it out. Everyone, don't give it to me. There's kids with gloves running around. I was like, oh, this is not as cool. I thought he got a cool ball earlier.
Yeah,
but
like
this is
a
just
home run.
Yeah, it's just a thrown ball. Like a home run's, that's set in the books forever. You'd be like, that one year he got 44 homers.
They don't record
I caught one of them.
They don't record the throw this ball into the stand.
Yeah, they don't record fucking he was playing catch with idiots.
You should have looked at that woman and went, "You're too excited."
Yeah.
You're like, I did do that.
Dude, and then there's another lady. Jordan at one point goes, "I gotta go to the bathroom," and it wasn't ever a fluctuating area because it's a work thing. Like work paid for everyone's tickets, so people aren't necessarily like, let's watch entire. They're not like insane Tigers fans.
Yeah,
so they were fluctuating. They're going drinking and eating and stuff. So it'd be like a ton of people by us, and then nobody, and then it was fluctuating. And when a bunch of people went to get food or whatever, she went to use the bathroom, and I was just sitting there, and it's just before I know it, it's just me and like this little lady. And she's one seat away from me because Jordan was in between her and this lady. Jordan's just sitting, or this little lady's sitting there, and she's like, "Yeah, Mike Trout thinks he's it. He's the only thing. You know, he thinks he's just the man." And I was like, I think he is probably right, isn't he? Doesn't he have the biggest contract, something like that? And she's like, "He's not, though.
I'm getting past.
Just because he gets that contract." She sounds just like one of those pissed off 97, the ticket, the fan, whatever the
she looks over and now you're 2 seats down.
Yeah, and I just going, yeah?
every like minute, you're just...
Might as well have been. You could tell that
Jordan comes back and you're at the end and she's like, "What are you?" And you're like, "What? This is where we were sitting."
This is where we're at. People said we can sit wherever. Because people did say that. We sat down and like several times someone goes, looking at us. I don't know any of these people. Then they go, "You don't have to sit at the seats you're assigned." And I was like, I'm not even assigned. And them. Because it just because we sat down and they saw that we were by people that we're not like buddy with.
Yeah.
And then like my sister was there because she works with Jordan, and she's sitting on the end, and I was waving, and then people were like, again, two different people. You don't have to just sit. You're sitting. You can get up. We're all moving around. And I'm like, oh, God.
Sounds like a nightmare.
People are fucking sloppy.
Dude.
But so the lady continued, though. She goes, so she's like, yeah. And I kept scooting down seats, and she kept going, "Where are you going?" And then
she looked over, and you were bent backwards over a chair with
my dick. And then like, because I did have a hungry Little Caesars pizza. And then yeah, I was up there, and then my dick's just sticking through the box like the popcorn trick.
Go Little Caesars, and then she went. Jordan did say you're the pizza guy.
Wow. I'm like, oh my god. And cats, you got cats. Jesus Christ. I'm nothing. Like I have no personality. My personality is just pizza cats.
Yeah.
Sweet. So the lady Miguel Cabrera comes up. It's like dun, 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 whatever the hell the music is that he comes up.
He comes out too.
Shake your
Spanish.
hips.
Say Spanish words.
Uno, dos, ding dong.
And Miguel comes up, and dude, Miguel used to be like the man. I look up because they're showing stats for all these other players who are starting on both teams, and every time I look up and like some of the better players, like Shohei Ohtani, 27, killer name, 27 homers, and then it's like some other guy, it's like 22. Some new young up and comer, it's like 17, and then Miguel comes up, it's just 3 or like 4, and I'm like, a lot of the season is played.
He's
4.
old, man. How old is he?
But he's still on like some huge contract. I don't know this stuff. I don't care about baseball.
Yeah.
I got this little lady telling me shit.
Yeah, she
So
knows
this
it.
little lady's doing like the mansplaining man to like a fucking child who doesn't care about the sport. So I'm scooting down chairs, getting away from her, and she's just sitting there, and she's like, and Miguel comes up, and she's like, "This Spanish fuck." No, she goes,
Oh my god,
"That'd be wild." But she goes, "We just need his contract to end. Am I right?" I went, "Yeah." And at this point, I'm 7 seats down. She's like, and then she just says like some more shit about him. I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Does Jordan know this lady?
No. This was like, so a lot of people have a +1. I think most people have a +1. So there's a bunch of +1s. And then to the point earlier, talking crap about my job, there's one lady who works at her job who used to work at my job. And she's like, is everything falling apart? And I was like, I don't know necessarily what you did. And if your department is still falling apart, I was like, but plenty of things aren't doing great. I was like, just saying to her, I was like, so it's probably better for you that you're gone. I go, things are
That's kind of
wild.
wild that she went from your work to her work.
Well, there's so many connections. Like someone else knows another person. A bunch of people at that place know because that work, my old boss, his daughter worked at her work. So yeah, there's a bunch of people just bounce around. I think from once you get in like logistics and that stuff, type of shit, you can just get into it. Because how do you hire people? Like right now, they need to hire people, and they're like, Chris, do you know? They go to the people that they like. So they went to me immediately, and they're like, do you have anyone that's like you that wants to work here? And I'm like, none of my friends want to work here. I was like, they all need more money to be here,
Yeah.
or
No, you don't.
they're already in a good
You don't-
position. I was like, I got a bunch of
Yeah, these
friends
places
that
don't want to pay a quality worker money that they.
they don't want to pay me quality. I mean, they're paying me more than some of these dipshits, but these people suck.
Yeah.
And they're paying people who are bad at their job 20-something an hour. So attention, everybody out there. If you're not making like 20-something, you can. You just need to like apply to other places and either have your current place give you a raise, or you need to try to just move to a different place, because there are bad workers all over America right now making 20-something an hour. And you're not a bad worker, I hope. And you're not a moron.
We're talking to you.
We're talking to you, brother. This is blue worker, blue collar America.
We're not talking to anybody.
We're not. We're talking to there's a guy in Belgium. He's like, oh,
We're
America's
talking to
crazy.
Jordan in the shower.
Yeah, we're talking to my wife. My wife? My wife.
That's what.
Honey.
That's what
Honey, I'm gay now.
twinkling my balls is like.
Oh, yeah.
My balls.
My balls hot.
We went to
Oh, you did something?
DCFC.
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
No, it wasn't. No, it was pretty cool.
Jordan missed the final goal.
Dude, she missed
the
the
tying goal.
second half.
Yeah, you're right.
The entire second half.
She didn't plan on, and then she was getting like upset with me. I was like, I'm not upset that she's like, I told you I was going to go try to get some food and then maybe look at a shirt and then do that. And I was like, yeah, I don't think you had to.
Yeah.
I wasn't I'm watching the game.
Yeah.
And then She's like, I was waiting here, and then I sent you the picture, and then he didn't. And I'm like, I was watching the game. She sent me like pictures and stuff, and I went, oh, fuck. And I felt like weird to answer them late, but I'm like, I'm trying to watch the fucking game. I'm here to watch the game.
Yeah, it was crazy. I think next time, early. Then you can get your food.
That was the
and
idea.
Your you can get your food and your merch.
That was the idea.
Dude, if I get there early, I'm sampling these trucks.
Yeah.
I just grabbed something quick. I was like, I need to eat, but I want to watch the game.
I know.
Like, right, running back.
Yeah, just head out pizza. Honestly, grab me anything. Come back with cheese curds.
Yeah.
Don't give a shit.
Did you hear that?
The fucking dog just coming here.
Was there a dog in my deck?
Little doggy running
Dog
around.
in my dick, dog in my dick.
You got a dog in your cock.
That was crazy. Busy, though. I don't like things that are busy. It's kind of
What are you
weird,
talking about?
the DCFC.
Yeah.
That's because it's funny because they're like they're cramming everything in like some neighborhood where there's like, oh, we just have this field here. So everyone's parking everywhere. Dude, if I lived around there, I would go.
That's what I kept thinking about. But then so there definitely is people going to be like me and you who are upset.
Mhm.
Because you're about to, like you're saying, like we would be like, oh, these fucking idiots parking on my street, walking around. I immediately thought of like, what about someone who like cares? Because there's people around everywhere that really care about their lawn and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, they now have to stop because people are just trampling through lawns.
Mm-hmm.
But who gives?
But also like, even like we were like driving when we were leaving, like there was like a Rally's right there in the corner. I'm like, if I like lived like 2 blocks away and I was like, oh, I'm gonna run up to Rally's. I'm like, well, that's impossible right now.
Yeah.
Everything's jammed. And then like the stores, we parked in that lot. It's just filled. And someone's like, I just got to go to the market.
Yeah. I just need
Yeah.
to get my nails done.
So you have to like, now you have to, if you live in that area, you're like, well, I have to have the DCFC schedule hanging on my wall.
They'll probably end up moving from there, won't they?
I think so.
'Cause it was pretty packed.
Yeah, they were
Like,
saying they want to like,
you can get a bigger
be able to
place.
make like an actual stadium
Oh, that's
somewhere.
fucking sick.
That's what Tim said.
Didn't Cass Tech have more seating?
Cancel Tim. He knows us.
Didn't Cass Tech have more seating though? Am I wrong?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
I mean, it
about
was like the same.
Okay.
I think. Castech is just nicer,
Yeah.
but it's still like the same. I think it was like the same kind of size. Size of my penis is getting bigger every day. I'm growing.
Growing. You got a pump?
What if there's like a dad out there who's like, I just want my son to have a huge cock. So he like checks his son's cock. It's a periodically.
It's like he's
throughout his
99th
life.
percentile.
Yeah.
or whatever.
Son, I have to measure it. The kid's like 12. Dad, what? This is weird. I didn't realize this was weird until
Dad, I'm
I brought
6.
it up to my friends.
Yeah, and my
I
6-year-old
think
friends.
I think the police are coming.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a little doggy on the board. Well,
Well,
the show's over, folks.
that's the show. There was something.
Talk over this.
Okay. I'm not ending the show, but maybe I am. No. You said talk over it, so I was going to talk over it. Here, I can do this. I went to Tim Hortons every day of my life, and this one lady goes, and what else for you? like she's doing that.
That's awesome.
It's so funny the different, because we've talked about all the different ways people like you
Definitely
order.
rather have that.
Yeah, you see, because the one that's horrible is,
It is rare, but
the one that's horrible is someone goes $3.89, and I go, I'm ordering.
I just said one thing.
Yeah, in my head, I'm like, I'm ordering fucking more, moron. Hey, can I get a medium ice cap? And would that be it? And would that be it? And would that be it? Or just like $3.49?
I think
I'm
like the norm is the anything else. And then I'm like, yep, I'll get this. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah, so this lady went, yeah, what she went, and what else for you? Okay, and then what else for you? All right, and then what else for you?
Did you go like this?
I kept going,
You're sexy.
what else for you?
Did you like this? Let me see those tits.
Hey, I like the sound of your voice.
I like to see your tits, mama.
So she said that she said that the third time. And what else for you? Okay, what else for you? All right, what else for you? And I just went, what else for you? What else for you? What else for you? What else for you?
What
I
else
just
for
started
you?
shaking. I was just fucking freaking. I was, what else for you? Sir. You're going to have to calm down, okay? It's 12:52. Pull up to the window. Okay. What else for you? All right, an old-fashioned rim job. And what else for you? What else for you?
What else for me?
Oh, this is another thing I need to tell you about that baseball game. So,
You heard that?
Yeah,
Corey just got a deeper.
Corey just got me hard. Corey just threw it back, dude. You guys don't know, but Corey's sucking on my arm right now like a freak. Do you guys know how close we are? We do this pod in each other's laps. Halfway through, we switch who's in whose lap. And so Corey just looks at me like, is he going to keep talking? He's going to keep saying whatever he's saying right now? Jordan's doing that now all the time.
What?
I say some crazy shit, and then she's like...
She belittling you?
She just opens her eyes and looks at me. And then I realize, oh, she isn't going to respond and see how long I just say dumb stuff.
That's rude as fuck.
So I just look at her and I go, we're done. I take the ring off and I whip it at her head. Put a little dink in her head. A little dinky donut.
Yeah, a little
in her
dink.
head. Little dinker.
Little dinker
No, so
in
at the
her
baseball
ass.
game, this is like, the game ended, but they're doing like fireworks. So we were going to go upstairs and better view of the fireworks or whatever, which might have been
4th of July.
I don't know. I was like, didn't they lose?
Yeah.
So fireworks.
We have it scheduled.
Maybe I looked at the wrong thing. Maybe it was 1-0 the other way. I don't know. Baseball game was a pitcher's duel, so it was a horrible game.
Yeah, who wants to see that?
What are you doing? Looking up the score of my game?
Yeah. That's too hard to find out.
So I just wanted to tell you, we go upstairs, and so while we're walking around, this girl walks by me. I'm talking to my sister and her husband, and then Jordan. We're walking, and we're just, like, talking or whatever. And then this girl walks by, and I just kind of see her out of my periph, like, she looks like she's stumbling. And then this happens right in front of me. She falls over, and she's like, oh, and then her two friends went to, like, grab her, and then she just started just twerking. They just recorded, like, a full TikTok in front of us.
Dude, I've seen those.
And I was like, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
I just started, because at first it was in my head. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Are you in the TikTok, you think?
I don't know, but I did tell Jordan, I'm like, we need to we should have went right up to them and went, oh my God, I'm liking and reposting this. What's your TikTok? And then I saw them, so I'm paying attention to too many other things. Like, so they're all talking, and then I look over and I see them like maybe like 15 feet away, and they're like getting ready to do another one. And I just see one
They're
of them.
gearing up.
Yeah, one of them's got the phone over there, or two of them, and they're both looking at the phone. And then there's four walking, and then
They do it again?
yeah, and they had like one girl who did it in the first. She's in the front. They must be like, "You're the best twerker, you do it."
Yeah.
And then she's in the front, and then they're walking, and then she stumbles, and the rest of them go. They go to get them, and then they're all just doing the thing. And I don't know. I think it's a fun thing. I would be doing
These
that.
crazy kids. I would never do that.
I'm
I'm serious.
I want to do it right now, and I'm 32.
I want to do it right now and have a man see me and go,
And go, oh my
this
God.
guy is sexy.
This guy's got it going on. This guy's in my...
I have to get my dog from the vet again. I'm just kidding.
That's cool.
I was like
That's
that one time.
Did I get you that shirt, or you already had that one? I buy Corey's wardrobe. Tune in next week and we find out what other clothes Chris bought Corey.
I'm throwing it all away.
Throwing it away.
I'm trying to think. Do I have any stories? Do I have anything cool? There's a big spider that lives on the back of my garage, and I see it every day, and it's in the same spot. And I'm like, dude, this guy's crazy.
So, yeah, there's a huge spider in my work that's kind of by the door we come in and out of, like in the warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
And when I leave, almost every day, I dap him. I dap the spider off, dude. So take it easy, man. Take it easy. So
Take
take it easy.
Take it easy.
So I walk by him and I blow on him. I go, I blow
Yeah,
on
he's
him, and he's in his big spider web, and he's like, and I'm like, that's how I say bye.
And then Chris goes, just remember who's in charge.
Yeah, I remember. I'm the fucking bitch, dude. I'm the bitch around here, out.
On a bed. I'm a bed. I'm a bed.
I'm a bed.
I'm a bed.
Dude, when you think about who that bitch is, I'm that bitch. So I played a ton of basketball. Now that I'm allowed to play basketball, I'm playing like every other day. And so
Sounds pretty stupid.
there's a couple cool things that have happened. So one thing was I went up to make a layup, right? I went around a dude, and as I'm going up, Alex's buddy Pun, change it. Alex's buddy Pun goes, he's going to blow it, like as I go up for the layup. And I did. But then him and Mark, who's on my team, they're tipping it. And like the tipping the rebound. It's like almost going out of bounds. I just backed up to the 3 and go, Mark. And like, so Mark tips it to me, and then I just drained it too. So upset that he's like, oh, he's going to fucking blow this layup because he's on the other team. And then I'm like, well, now I just made now I made double the points.
Yeah, you
I just made the
bitch.
2. And so that was cool.
Did you say,
And,
didn't blow that one, bitch?
Yeah, and I've been having a good time.
Didn't blow that one, cool name guy.
Yeah, didn't blow that one, Punisher.
Yeah, dude.
I should have said that.
I would be saying
I just threw my
Punisher.
arms up and was like, and it kind of looked at him, but that was it.
Nice job. Are you going to punish me?
Oh, he's gonna punish me,
Dude. If that guy was in my life as like a friend, I would have ruined that nickname for him.
He's
I'm sure he's cool.
yeah, he's fine.
I just feel like that
He's cool,
name
dude.
is so stupid.
Yeah.
Didn't you say like your brother was like, oh yeah, they called him Punisher?
Yeah, at some point, I think he might have been like a fat, big kid
Oh,
when
okay.
he was younger. And people were like, oh,
He punished the cakes.
he's fun because there was a Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear,
There was Punisher the comics, so
and he was a fat kid. No, oh, there's the connection.
and then does he wear a skull shirt?
Jeez, no, he just wears normal.
He's wearing
Normie
normal
shit.
shirts.
And then there was another time where I got the ball. I'm in the far corner, like where Kyle Korver likes to hit threes. And I had 2 guys on me because it was like a loose ball, and I got it. And then there's 2 guys on me. And someone on my team went, there's 2 guys on you. There's 2 guys on you. And I just went around them baseline and made a layup. And then I went, there's 2 guys on you. There's 2 guys on you.
Why would you?
I just beat
Why
the
would
double
you
team.
mock someone on your own team?
Oh, it was just funny.
Wow. You think Kobe would ever mock Shaq?
But every time any of these things have happened, Mark is like, fuck yeah, dude. And then I'll be bummed out because I missed like 1 3 where I felt like I almost forced a shot. And then, I'm talking to Mark afterwards, and Mark goes, dude, you had like 5 or 6 points. Like the game only goes to 11.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you had 5 or 6. You had
Mark's
fucking
like,
half our points.
Don't worry, you're still under contract for 5 years.
Yeah. You made like half the point. It made me feel better. And then another time Mark was talking about the team, and he's like, dude, with me getting boards, you playing D, because we had this one guy who played killer D and like the best player on the other team.
Mm-hmm.
And Mark's like, dude, with me rebounding, him playing that defense, if Chris is making his shots, dude, blah, blah, blah.
We only need 3 people.
Yeah. Well, the other 2 had good chemistry. That was another thing he said. He was like, Jake and fucking Tez.
Jake and Dilly Wash.
Dilly Wash. Nice, dude, Dilly Wash.
TJ Dilly Wash.
Who's that? That person?
TJ Dillashaw. I just changed his name to Dilly Wash. He doesn't fight, he just washes penises.
DJ Dillawash.
He's like, come on in. I got my scrub brushes.
I do my steroids and I wash the dicks. I wash dicks with my steroids. Usman.
Lost.
If you watch the fight, it's the most shocking knockout. He was just destroying Leon Edwards the whole goddamn game. I know I blew up the Czechs chat about it. I just was like,
I barely read any of it. I was gaming.
okay, dude, it was just insane. So first round, Leon got a takedown early, and it was the first time ever Usman's been taken down. So we're like, me and the commentators were together. Like the crowd, viewers are like, oh, shit, he took him down. And then that was it, though. He got round 2, round 3, round 4. Usman just manhandled him against the cage, would take him down. He would almost get like a rear naked, or he'd hit him in the face a couple times on the ground and shit. But then they even had the commentators, and they let you listen in to the corner talking to Leon Edwards, and they're like screaming at him. They're like, you need to fucking get your head in the fucking game. Because they were like basically admitting that like he is lost this game, lost this fight. He needs to get a knockout or something. So there's 2 minutes left, and he doesn't look like he's going for a knockout. Usman's letting him stand, which historically champions who have the belt and they know it's going to decision, they don't continue standing. They'll take you down, they'll clinch and hold you against the cage just to like stay alive, because puncher's chance, anyone could be knocked out. And Usman doesn't do that. Leon Edwards still doesn't look like he's going all out. And then he finally just throws the world's quickest, like almost a feint jab. But what followed his left jab was a left head kick, just so snappy quick. Boom, Usman's out. And this was, if you watch the clip, you can find it on
I watched it.
Twitter. Literally, they're like writing his obituary. Even like they had like some sideline analyst go, I was listening to the corner, and he's going to go to decision. Leon Edwards will take it as a moral victory if he goes to the decision. He is a broken man. He is a broken man. He said broken man twice. And then they went back to the commentators, and they're like, man, this really doesn't look like he's going all out for it. He needs to throw something. He needs to do something, get a takedown. He's not even attempting to win this fight until that one fucking kick. Yeah. It was crazy. It was like a movie moment, like Rocky, where you're like, Rocky's getting destroyed in this movie, and there's no way he's going to win. This is stupid. And then he's like, but rather than the whole build-up, it was just one snap kick out cold. Fucking shocking as hell. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I was just freaking out, and Jordan's sleeping like a foot from me. I was like, you're not saying this! You're not saying this! I'm slapping her, and she's like,
Dude. Fighting is
scary.
nuts.
That's what you texted. You were like, this is dangerous.
It is dangerous.
Fighting's dangerous.
These people are stupid. They all have CTE, and they're all going to die. I would never do that. I'd be too scared. I don't have it in me to be
Joe,
a fighter.
I said, when are we drafting? Joe goes, usually right after the last preseason game. Well, that's
tomorrow.
Okay, I don't know.
Whatever.
Whatever. I wonder if people who don't like plan things, if they're ever like last second going, man, this sucks. Like, I only got 5 people in my draft. Is that right?
Maybe. I don't know. That's why if you're someone who doesn't plan things, then you just don't plan anything.
You're right. Suck my butt. What are you doing today? Doing something? Partying?
Probably not. Probably not. I ain't got nothing.
Is Jen on call or anything?
No.
Just chilling? She's just waiting at the door, looking at the door, waiting for you?
Probably.
Where's Corey?
Probably every now and then.
Don't hit a button?
Huh?
So do you want to hit a button?
Surprise, motherfucker.
St. Sergeant Dokes.
Oh, Dokes. Nice. What is this one? Oh, yeah.
The hat makes you look like a girl.
What a weird, Nice.
Nice cock.
Nice penis.
Sorry, just hiding my erection.
You just verbally sexually assaulted
Yeah,
that
that's
woman.
assault.
Wow.
Bring poop. I don't know if I kept that one. Apparently not.
Oh.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for being my friend.
We love you.